everyone, it's been a while since I've updated. Just to give you guys just a bit of an update, at the end of March, I damaged my wrists. So I damaged both of my wrists, and then they started getting better. And then my right one got worse. So I think it's because like I'm right-handed, so I was using it more and then it got worse. And so pretty much everybody and the doctors, everybody said rest. And so I couldn't write for all of like most of March and a fair chunk of April. So that really sucked. So So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to recap how March went, and then I'm skipping April altogether and just going to May. And I'm going to do the refresh as well. So yeah, we're just going to recap. So I actually did my wrists on this Sunday here, the 21st, and I couldn't do much after that, pretty much. So let's just go through how March went for me. So with Package's book, went really well, did all the writing, picked out all the photos. I just need to get the photos printed and put in, and so that's always been my drama, and that's just like a long story. We did an adventure, so we didn't actually go anywhere cool, but we did do, we went to like a really cool play date. So she did a few play dates, and that was, I call it an adventure because it was something different. Did the net worth, and I did write down the list of books that I owned, so that was really good. Massages, I was doing them really well, and then I did my wrist, and then I didn't anymore. Reconciliation, same thing, I did really well. Husband actually helped a lot from week 4. He actually started doing some of the reconciliation, which is really good because the one that I really hate doing is the credit card, and technically it's the easiest one. So he's taken on board that mental load, that chore, and that's been really helpful for me. Swimming, again, I didn't do from week 4 because I was just paranoid about my wrists. I didn't want to do anything at all to like hurt them. So yeah, it took a lot of weeks to heal. I damaged them from a workout. I was doing a workout, and yeah, did not do very well there. So, and then face masks, I was doing again okay with that last one there. Hubby had to help me put that on because I couldn't because of my poor wrists. Daily Stoic, I've actually been pretty poor with it. So here's a Daily Stoic. I know this isn't whatever, but today's like 20-ish of April, 25th, and I'm up to the 10th of April. So I'm behind quite a lot, but I've been reading 2 or 3 at a time, and that's been really good. So I'm not too worried, it's fine. Meditating, I was a bit sporadic, and then when I did my wrist, I meditated a bit more. Brock string, I was doing it really good, but then damaged my wrist, couldn't do it anymore. Journaling, I was like, look how good I was with journaling, and then, yeah, look at that. And then, yeah, and then I pretty much didn't, and then I pretty much couldn't anymore. Like I couldn't write, I couldn't type, I could barely move the mouse. It was really hard, and I had to work, like I was working that week. So I pretty much made sure that I did as much as I could to rest. And I think Easter was, I can't remember when Easter was, but Easter was, I was able to ease up quite a lot on my wrists. So I haven't done the month in review. That's, I guess, a bit difficult. Oh man. Everything because of my wrists. And even now, like I need to go to a physio because like I can do this, okay, but this one is like a little bit more, yeah. And like, so I do like exercises where like I'll do that for 10 seconds and that for 10 seconds. But like I can feel it doing, like even just that, I can feel it here doing, it had been a bit of a workout for me. So yes, everything since I hurt my wrists. Goals that are going well. I was doing really good with journaling. I guess my monthly goals. So Packages stuff. husband. And work. Like, the people at work are so nice. They were just like, oh, you know, do you need to take time off? And I was like, no. I want to, you know, I want to continue. But like, they gave me some easier stuff where I could do more keyboard stuff than mouse stuff. It was just hard. It was just hard. Good things this month. What happened? That was like all the like play dates. I'm gonna leave this one because it's not about I'm not doing April. And what I listened to, oh, you know what I've been listening to is Descendants. Probably spelling this wrong. Like, I love their music. Like, yeah, I've watched all 3 of them. So yes, because of my wrists, I started watching more TV shows. So I've started rewatching Futurama because, you know, Futurama is awesome. But yeah, I couldn't read because I couldn't hold the book, and I couldn't even hold the Kindle as much. I couldn't write. I couldn't do any housework, which is like both a blessing and a curse because I really felt like I needed to contribute. But at the same time, it also really hurt. So yeah. All right. Let me grab a black pen. Let's see if this black pen will be fine. All right, so how is my health? Oof. I'm gonna say it's a 7 at the moment just because of my wrists. Okay, this black pen is not a good black pen. Give me a moment. Here, 2 black pens. So I'll just write wrists. Still mending. Spouse, I think we're doing pretty good. So physical touch was in the month of March, and I think we did okay, but then I did my wrist, and so I couldn't anymore. But like, I did a lot of massages and whatnot. But so like, we talked about it, and he said, can I like have all those massages owing to me later in the year? And I said yes, because I felt like pretty bad because I was just a useless lump for so long. So yeah, we're pretty good. I'm gonna write love languages, doing well. Friends are doing a 9. So we're doing play dates. And contacts. And networking. Family, package. Yeah, package is good. She's talking more. Less tantrums. Out of the terrible 2 stage, that's good. Finances are okay as well. Like, YNAB's good. We're just getting, it just like, I find YNAB makes you feel poor. Like, YNAB always makes me feel poor, and I'm always like, oh my god, I never have money, I never have enough money, I never have enough money. But in reality, when I look at my bank account, it's like, no, there's like a decent amount there. So no, it's good. Like, it's really good. It's just slow, I feel. Like, every month there's always something that comes up that we have to sort of budget for or pay for or whatnot. So yeah, work has been really good, really good. I got like a mini performance review yesterday, and I got told no red flags. Now, I know that sounds like, okay, that's like the bare minimum, but I was like really worried because like I'm still new and I'm making mistakes. Like, it's normal to be making mistakes, nothing too drastic, but you know, like, you're new, you're slow, you're taking forever to do things. And yeah, so I'm always like, oh my gosh, people could do this so much quicker than I could. But the fact of the matter is that I'm still new. So I like that it's no red flags. So far so good. Personal growth. I've kind of put this a bit on the back end, so I'm gonna say a 7 because I haven't been doing much Spanish. I've noticed. So, I can't remember. Did I put Spanish as like recreation or personal growth? Oh, I didn't even have anything. Okay, that makes sense. And Spanish was in recreation. Cool. So let's put this as here. So Spanish, still lacking. And reading. More reading. Cool. All right. So try this at home. Wish you had an extra 24 hours in the week. One of the most life-giving and revealing things you can do is look at where you're actually spending your time. This exercise might help you. There are always 168 hours in a week. This quarter, let's find out how you're using them to see what changes might be possible. By tracking your time for a week to gain a realistic picture of how you're spending it. With that data in hand, you can more easily make decisions to help align your time with your priorities and maybe even find more time to work on your goals. Like time tracking, yeah. Look, I think that's fine. I'm not going to track my time in the sense that I don't feel like I need to. I did when I was studying last year. Was it last year? Oh my God. Yeah, when I was studying last year, I actually did track my time really carefully because my daughter's daycare's, hours. So I would like allocate how many hours would go to studying what topics, and then like in between that, all the laundry and stuff. And I realized why I was writing this massive list and not being able to get all this stuff done because it just wasn't enough time in the amount of time that I was trying to get everything done. So that was really helpful then. That being said, now it's a little bit different because there's only so much I can do at the moment. Not because of my wrist per se, but just because I work full time, so my hours are here, and then, my daughter, I have to take, taking care of my daughter, not just me, but like my husband as well. Like, so then you got those times, and then you got your sleeping time, and so your like actual time yourself that I have to myself is quite small. So like I'm pretty good with that. Like I'm pretty good with utilizing and maximizing that time that I have to myself. So I'm gonna leave that for now, but it is something that I was thinking about in the future and whatnot. So what I'm saying yes to this quarter. I feel like Spanish, I feel like I've sort of dropped the ball a little, and I'm kind of comfortable with leaving it for now. For this quarter, I just feel there's other things I want to focus on at the moment, and Spanish is great, but I also feel like maybe not this quarter. I'm thinking maybe Q3 I will focus on Spanish. So I'm going to say no to Spanish in this quarter. So I'm going to write Q3. Reading, I want to keep up the reading. What else? What else have I been doing? So face masks, I think. Also my tea. So remember how I was like, oh, I need to drink up my tea. I feel like I've had too much sugar. So I love tea with sugar, and I feel like I'm drinking too much sugar now. So I'm going to put that back to a weekly thing and not a daily thing, I think. Yep. My bedtime's been really good. So yeah, my bedtime's been very good for other reasons. I think, you know what, like, I'm going to say increase money here. Just because, so I budget, don't get me wrong, like I budget and everything, and it feels like we're crawling, like it's really hard, but it feels like we're crawling along. And we have 2 incomes and we're pretty frugal, so I don't even know how other people do it. But I really feel like we're crawling along when it comes to money, but I know that's just because of how YNAB makes you think. So I feel like I'm not going to put this as like a goal, if you will. Like it's just going to, I'm going to be doing YNAB, I'm going to be doing my net worth, I'm going to do all that stuff, but I'm not going to get too hung up on like having to save more or all that type of stuff. So it's just going to, I'm not going to kick myself. Like, let me put it to you that way. I'm not going to be like, I'm going to save this much money in this amount of time. I'm not going to do that this quarter. I'll think about that next quarter, because it's really hard, because like the love languages, we've had to spend a lot of money doing that. You know, like just generally, you know, gifts is in May, and I've had to spend a fair chunk of money for that. And I feel like it's worth it, but at the same time, for our budget, it's not great. So, but I feel like it's worth it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. What am I saying no to? I'm gonna say so what I want to be saying yes to is more reading and writing. Play dates and adventures, and like exercises and love languages. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. For like 4 packages book, I don't feel like keeping it all up to date is quite difficult. So I'm going to give myself about the photos. I'm giving myself grace on that, because it's such a pain in the butt, because I need to get photos that fit a certain box, and like they just don't fit properly, and getting them printed and collage and all that drama is just a pain in the butt. So I kind of procrastinate a lot on that, because it's so much research to do. And yeah, it's just a pain. But the actual writing in her book is doable and fine. Okay, so I think, yeah, cool. So keep moving forward. What do you feel stuck on? All right. What if I'm not making that much traction on, I guess? This is a question, like meditation. Yeah, there we go. What do you feel meditation? What is holding you back from moving forward? Being tired. And time. So I find like I like to meditate laying down. I don't like meditating sitting. So I like meditating laying down. So that limits a lot of when and where I can do that. And 2, I don't like meditating in the morning, because I'm laying down, I fall asleep. So it's better for me to have been awake for a few hours before I meditate. So that does limit when and where I can meditate. So it's very frustrating. What would have to change for you to move forward in this goal? I guess making it a priority, really. Because husband would definitely give me the 10-15 minutes it would take me to meditate in the afternoon if I asked him to like just take on, you know, the package and whatnot, just take on everything for just 15 minutes and give me those 15 minutes to just meditate. He would do that happily. I just don't like asking it from him, because I feel like it's not important, which I guess is something I need to break through, because it's something that is stopping me, because I know that meditation is really helpful for so many things. So yeah, I think I need to look into that. What might happen if you did move forward? What might happen if you didn't? I know, like, because I can get quite anxious at times, meditation is really good to get on top of that. I've noticed that my anxiety is a lot less lately, but still, I really like less anxiety. So it's not too bad, my anxiety is not too bad, but occasionally it can creep in and it really is annoying because I need to sort of tell myself, whoa, 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 where are you getting these thoughts from? You're like better than this, so stop that. All right, so my goals. Oh, wow, this is a big refresh. Okay. Cool. All right, so what were my goals, I guess? So I guess what am I looking at? All right, let's go with adventures. Adventures. Yeah, I'm going with adventures there. We're going with here. Let's go love and connection. So reading. Oh, and you know what? Like, this was the whole KonMari stuff. That's right, I just remembered. So you remember how I was doing KonMari stuff? So we did a lot of KonMari stuff at the beginning of the year, and now it's kind of eased out a bit. Home, that's right. So home, I feel... So I read a little bit of a certain book, which I don't have nearby, and it was talking about doing like your cleaning like in 20-minute blocks, 20 minutes and then 10 minutes break. So I was going to do something along those lines, and I wanted to incorporate that. So I want to write this as like tidy home. No, not a tidy home. More like realistic home. And because of my risks, so I feel like when you can do something, you can choose not to do it. But when you definitely can't do it, like because you have an injury, you definitely really want to do it. So that's made me like want to do more yoga and stretching and all that type of stuff. So I'm going to put that in here as well, somewhere, somehow. And meditation. All right, so got 6 goals. They're similar to what I had before anyway, I think. Some things I haven't and some things I have. So yeah. Oh yeah, read a parenting book in April. Oh my god, that parenting book is so chunky, I couldn't possibly read that. Oh, no, that's okay. It's just like going through all the stuff, right? Spanish, read KonMari. I still haven't finished reading KonMari because my husband still hasn't finished reading KonMari. Oh, I did that. That's good. That's really, really good. Happy about that. Cool. All right. Let's go. So adventures. Don't know if you guys can see that, but adventures are there. got reading. And the other one is realistic homes. Did I spelled that wrong. How did I spell it? Cool. Alright, yoga meditation. Love and connection. And then writing. You know what? I think I've broken this down too much. Okay. I think I've broken this down a bit too much, but I think we'll deal. I think we'll just deal. Okay. So, what are my mini goals? It's hard because I don't know what, like, I guess is to enjoy weekends. Enjoy weekends without marathon cleaning. And then, so the steps are, so I want to, there are 3 areas that I need to tidy. So one is the bookshelf. We got a new bookshelf. It is like, it's my pride and joy. I like styled it and whatnot. Like I made it really nice and all that, and yet it accumulates a lot of stuff on it. So I think that's just quite normal that a lot of things will accumulate on it, but my plan is to be able to tidy it not every day, but regularly, whatever regularly looks like. So maybe every like 2 or 3 days is just, and it like literally takes like 5-10 minutes. It's not that much. So, but it gives me a lot of joy when it is tidy. So tidy the bookshelf, tidy the 3 box areas, and tidy my desk. Because when my desk looks really good, it feels good. So like the look of the place looks good. And the other, this is like a big goal here, but I need to sort out organization. I'm going to call it organization, and that's the only reason I'm calling it that is because I learnt a system at a Kiki K workshop, and the Kiki K workshop was called organization, and we all had the impression it was about like organizing your life, organizing your to-do list, all that type of thing, but it was actually like organizing your paperwork, which was very like misleading in my opinion, but it was good because I learnt how to sort out paperwork before I had that much paperwork. So it was really good in that sense. So I stopped doing it because the paperwork I needed back then was a lot. I had like investments and an investment property and all kinds of stuff, so I needed to keep a lot of things for tax. But now that we've sold all that, it's very simple and I don't need as much paperwork. But unfortunately, as we've gotten older, I now need health stuff, so like with my wrists and stuff like that. So that's really frustrating. So I need to reorganize my organization system. I think that's going to be a big goal. That's like another mini goal. Let me call it a mini goal, because this is a big project. I've looked at how to get things done, and that was quite interesting because there's a lot of things that really appealed to me, but I need to investigate a little bit further because I have a lot of information that's just everywhere. Like I've got stuff on OneNote, I have stuff on Evernote, I have stuff on Notion. I have like 2 Notion accounts. I don't know how. I've got like a whole bunch of like notebooks. I have my work notebook that sometimes has some personal stuff in there, not too much, but a couple of things. And like then my phone. And so there's a lot of things everywhere, and I need to figure out where I can just condense it into one system, or at least like a couple of systems where I at least know where my things are, because it's just getting a bit ridiculous now. Yoga meditation, I want to do a challenge, and I think it was like 12 minutes for 8 weeks or something like that. So that's like a challenge of meditation. So I'm going to start by meditating, let's say 3 minutes every day. And that probably won't be May anyway, that might be June. You know what, I just realized that I've just like lost a third of my quarter. And if I don't do it in May, then I'm only going to be doing it in June. Alright, well, don't be logical, Mimi. Let's just get back to it. So meditating 3 minutes every day, that's going to be one step. I want to be doing yoga once to twice a week. And yeah, those are the 2 there. Yeah. Okay, writing. It's like morning pages-esque. So I was writing a bit in this size notebook. So it's quite small, and like, you know, I could write. And so I'd write 1 page, and I was doing that like daily very well for ages, and then I hurt my wrist, and so I stopped. And so then and then after a few weeks of healing, I started typing, because typing was a lot better on my wrists. And even then, so I want to do something morning pagey. So action, it's like I guess a regular writing routine. Regular writing routine. So I don't know how this works, but I guess I want to fill up that notebook. And then I want to be writing 300 to 500 words. And it's not like writing like a book. I'm just talking about like journaling, right? So like just getting my thoughts out is really good, in my opinion. Love and connection. So this is husband. So finish 5 love languages. So May's gifts. And then June. Acts of service. Okay. Yeah, husband's so looking forward to acts of service, you have no idea. He's like, does that mean I don't have to vacuum? Are you gonna do all the dishes? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Play dates and exploring. Play dates monthly and explore. So monthly. So we went to a few things, actually, and dates. So we went to a Hungry Caterpillar show, which was really nice. And we also went to, we're also going to see the Wiggles next month in a few weeks' time. So those are like big adventure things. I was actually not expecting, at the Hungry Caterpillar, it was pretty late in the afternoon. I was expecting her to, she was really tired when we headed off, and I was not expecting her to stay awake. And she alternated between trying to fall asleep in the chair and being up against the other chair in front of her, trying to look at the stage. And so she really enjoyed it, but as soon as we got home, and she was asleep in the pram like that, and she stayed asleep all night. So yeah, that was, she went to bed early essentially that day, but yeah, she was good. But that was something new for us because we don't do that. So, but play dates, we do play dates, but I need to organize more. I just find it's hard to organize play dates because everyone's doing their own thing, but that's okay. So I want to do monthly play dates and then explore monthly as well, like explore, do different things. Yeah, I think that's going to be reading. I don't have the parenting book as part of, I think parenting book will be Q3 maybe, but I do want to read a ton of books. Oh, that's right. So next month is, I don't know what it's called, but it's basically like Asian Awareness Reading Month or something. And so I'm doing Cindy's challenge. I'll link her video in the description below because it's really good. If anyone is watching this, you really should check out Cindy. She's really, really good. She even has a whole list of books that you might want to read. So there's a couple of books I want to read. I've requested them in the library. I'm hoping that they'll arrive by May, so just a week or two. And I'm really keen because one of the challenges that Cindy gave was that you have to read a book by an Asian author in your favorite genre. And my favorite genre is like fantasy, and I don't know any Asian authors that write fantasy, and I found one, and she like recommended one, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna read that. It was like that wolf one, the wolf from Oren something. When I get my hands on it, I'll do a video for May about it, but I'm so keen. So reading for Asian Reading Month. Up to date with this Daily Stoic. And I know there was a book, probably not at hand, but there's a few books that I've got. Oh, and I finished reading Dune, so I want to read the second Dune. Cool. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I'm running out of battery, and I probably won't be able to set up May just yet, so I will set up May in a different video. That's it from now. Thanks, and please go look at Cindy's video. She's great. Bye.